I'm making this video because we just rebranded from Discipline Apparel to the Discipline Group, and there are a number of reasons for why we did so, and I'm making this video in order to explain those reasons. As it's mentioned in the framework that we just released, the reason that the business was called Discipline Apparel was because it was focused around selling shirts or selling clothing, and while that was the main product, it was never really the intention that we were only going to be a clothing company. And so the main reason for switching to a different brand name was to facilitate a greater brand image that would encapsulate all the different kinds of services that I want to provide now, soon, but also much later in the future. Right now, of course, we're selling shirts. We also have some free information products, but in the future, and soon I'm going to be offering some performance coaching or consultancy in order to help more people, change their mindset, take control of their behavior, their habits, and get the discipline they need in order to reach their goals. Because identifying the goals is not so difficult, it's more reaching them. And so I feel like with the skills and gifts I have, that's something I will be able to help with. So that's a service that I'm going to offer later this year and next year, which I'll get much more into at a later stage. Looking into which image and what kind of brand I want to create, I don't really want it to be focused on just clothing and apparel. And so I fear that if we don't change the name and the brand image now before we grow too big, then people are going to look at us as just a clothing company. And so I don't want it to turn out like that. That was the first and the primary reason for switching. But there's definitely also a business reason for switching or for rebranding. While I very genuinely do love our shirts, and I'm sure the next collections will be fire as well, there are very low margins on manufacturing shirts and selling physical consumer goods. And so I already knew from the beginning that I didn't want to rely on clothing. What we've been looking into is these information products and consultancy coaching services, because of course, even if I have to spend my time, I'll be able to once I get enough experience, charge much higher prices. The margins are much better for this kind of service, and therefore there's definitely also a business case for switching the branding. I'm making this video in order to keep full transparency with you guys, because I want to help anyone who's maybe an aspiring entrepreneur look into what does branding mean, why would anyone want to rebrand, or anyone who's starting as an entrepreneur right now and is maybe considering should they change their branding to something else before it's too late. I'm making all this content in order to provide value to you guys and to show that I want to create a business where we help other people, and I want to show that we're able to help each other, and that you can start something because you want to start it and identify what your skills are and then just take action. And so I want to help as many entrepreneurs as possible. Oh, one more final thing. We focus much more on now that what our brand is about helping in progress and aspiring entrepreneurs change their mindset, take control of their habits, develop ruthless discipline to get the results they want. That is what we do and who we help. I hope that you want to be part of this journey with us. There's a reason for why it's called the Discipline Group, and that's because in the long term, I want to look into an education system or creating a community of mastermind groups for new entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, or in-progress entrepreneurs, so we can collaborate much better, help further innovations, and help each other succeed. I hope you found some value in this video. And if not, maybe just some information or an explanation for why we're rebranding. I hope you're interested. I know this has been a long video, so thank you for listening and stay disciplined.